You know how we do. Want to get on fire.
Pop up here.
On that too.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Yeah, we're popping it.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good at it.
okay. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, want to give all praises to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakodash.
double honors to the apostles, the elders, and well. Peace, meaning salutations to Yaakov that's toiling in his truth. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We're not black Hebrew Israelites. No such thing. All right. It's more nuanced than skin color. But we are here to wake up our people, which consists of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Also foreign Israelites, people that might look like other nations, but are in fact Israelites.
Right.
Right? If this message resonates with you, right, it'll behoove you to listen, take notes, and build your faith up, regardless of your skin color. But your original Hebrew Israelites were of dark skin. They were so-called black. Okay? And by prophecy, we have awakened out of our sleep. Right? We're here to not only wake up our people, but to give them warning of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's the true name of the Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh, which means he is by Hashem in the name Yahweh Shai. But the word English calls Jesus, which means Yahweh Shai means he delivers. We're here to wake up our people, let them know that bad times are coming on the face of the earth. Okay? Right? And the only way that you're going to get out of these bad times is having a relationship with Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Ultimately by Yahweh Shai. Believing in the resurrection. Believing in the blood of who the world English calls Jesus Christ. A so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. Right? That he has come to save you and your people. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. Okay? Because bad times are coming to the earth. Woe is synonymous with bad times. Bad times is coming here, man. The economy is taken right before your eyes. Hey, just recently it came out that Bitcoin basically lost all its gains that it gained in the last 15 years. People are pulling out of Bitcoin at a very rapid rate. I always thought that Bitcoin and these cryptocurrencies personally were elaborate Ponzi schemes. You know what I'm saying? That basically was speculatory. It's like, okay, one day people are going to start using this cryptocurrency. Right. But it never came into fruition. You know what I'm saying? People are pulling out and they're trying to get into what? They're trying to get into basically gold and metals. Okay, and also people are pulling out because, man, there's investments when you fall on bad times, you got to utilize those investments. I had a little somebody had to pull it out months ago, my dang self, man. You know, people aren't believing in the American dollar, so they're trying to find alternative things to save that currency or their money, and it's not working. Right. 300. It said 300K. So-called black women have been lost in the workforce. They're losing their jobs. They have a substantial amount of jobs in the private in public sector, right? Which basically these federal jobs, things of that nature, they're cutting back. And with these high degrees, they're not able to find any jobs. So the grinding is ceasing here, man. And it's all to do what? It's all to really put the people in a predicament where they're going to have to make a choice to believe in this system or believe in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. With them believing in this system, they're going to bow down to the image and take the mark of the beast, which we speak about often.
That's right.
Go ahead, brothers. I know I said a lot.
No, you good.
You know? Go ahead, brother.
Sirach chapter 34 and verse 1 in the GNT. It says, foolish people are deceived by vain hopes and dreams get them all excited.
Right. It's foolish people let's read that again.
God, this is Sirach 34:1 in the GNT. It says, foolish people are deceived by vain hopes.
Right. Foolish people are deceived by vain hopes. If you look up that word vain, it basically, and a lot of people are believing in the internet out here. They're believing in their job. They're believing in these various political parties, which come from that beast, and that beast is ultimately, you know what I'm saying, the Roman culture, the Roman Empire revives, right? America, right? They're believing in the image of the beast. And the image of the beast is destroying them. Look at society itself. People are lamenting out here, man.
Right.
Right? All the so-called developing countries, they have the same symptoms. They have a problem with, immigration. And the reason why they have a problem with immigration because these people out here, they're not procreating.
Right.
Right? The workforce can't sustain itself. So they had to bring various people and different from different countries, which they topple into the workforce to basically maintain a particular economy. And this is a phenomenon that you see in France, Paris, Italy, America, because people aren't procreating, man. Right? There's not enough people basically having sex with one another.
Right.
Feminism is running rampant. Men and women are at each other's throats. Right? People are living a life of consumerism, which leaving them lonely and destroyed. Right? People are into alternative lifestyles, which leads to death, debauchery, and all types of wickedness. Okay? So these people out here, they're believing in this vain way, and they want this place to go on because they worship Satan. They worship these idols, right? And they call this place peace when this place is destroying them. They can't even see that this place is destroying them. Right? It says that in the Wisdom of Solomon 14 chapter.
Yeah.
You know? All this confusion is called peace here.
Right.
And it's leading nothing to destruction. And the elite put certain agendas in place just for you to destroy yourself. Mm-hmm. Consumerism, they gonna working a woman working and putting a man to the side, right? She get 50-something years old. Now she got all she has to show for it is a plaque.
Right.
Now this same female, she's on SSI. Because she didn't need a man.
Like the second one, yeah, when you have a female that basically put the man to the side, and then you look at the generation when she had the they become like have that feminine spirit. And see, that's what the Lord, that's why you need too. The Lord, he's all about balance. You need that man to have what? To give you that certain understanding of how to be a man, and then you had a nurture, which is a woman. Esau took the man away from what? The household, where now you don't get nothing but what? That nurturing. But now the woman really ain't nurturing because she's not the head of the household. Now she's trying to be the man and the woman.
Yeah.
They cause all type of confusion.
Baphomet.
Yep.
Baphomet. Right? And instead of raising their kids, they putting these kids in front of the TV or handing them tablets.
Right.
Now what do you see? These grade school children, they don't even know they don't even know how to spell their damn name. That's not even being funny. They don't even know their name. They can't even hold a full conversation with you. Most of them don't even have a reading level. Illiterate. And this is all the way to high school. These kids are destroyed because they're not being interacted with by humans.
Yep.
Right? All that screen time is causing their brains to rot. They don't have any critical thinking. A lot of this autism that you see going on is really because the spells that was put on them because they were sitting in front of the TV for too damn long.
That's all.
Go ahead,
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction.
So we're describing all these things that we see in a dilapidated society to tell our people, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, to come out of this place. What are we saying? Go get a passport and freaking go to where, Egypt or something that's a third world country that's through? Fucking Costa Rica? No, what we're saying is seek out the old past.
Yeah.
Seek out the ways of the scriptures, man.
Mm-hmm.
As it said, it says that in Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah does.
Right? Seek out the old path, the old ways. Right? This is your heritage. These scriptures are your inheritance. Black culture is a construct that was made by your enemy. All the overt stereotypes wrapped in one. They program us to think and act a certain way. We're here to tell you to come out of that way. We're not black. We're not brown. Right. Well, we are brown, but I was alluding to Latinos. Yeah. We're not Latinos. Peraza and all that. People like the northern tribe, they like to say, oh, you so-called Negroes don't have a culture. Your culture was given unto you by Spaniards, conquistadors. You were Aztec. So who exactly are you? Right. Why did the Most High allow this to befall upon your people, man?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. And the only way we can return back to the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, man. Belief in Him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So we're here to tell you to take your minds out of this place, man. Turn back to the Heavenly Father before it's too late. And we're getting to the point to where it's going to be too late. A lot of people are going to die in their sins, bro.
Right.
Right? And you were warned you was warned. That's right. You got some more to that? Whoever was reading?
On the Sirach 34?
Yeah.
There was a couple more verses.
Please.
So Sirach 34 in verse 2, and then I'm going to jump down to 7 because that was the point. It says, Sirach 34 and 2 in the GNT, it says, a person who pays any attention at all to dreams is like someone who tries to catch shadows or chase the wind.
Right, chasing a bag. Our people would assume with so-called chasing a bag. And that bag has holes in it.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. That bag is, as it says in Haggai, the first chapter. Right? That bag is leading to early deaths. People are trying to work at 60 hours, weeks, and they're barely able to make ends meet. Is that because you're lazy? Is that because you're incompetent? No, because you're in a fallen system. That's right. That's why we're here to tell you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans to wake up. This place is killing you. And 2/3 of our people, man, they're going to die.
Right.
That's right.
This is that's like you.
Go ahead, brother.
So verse 7, it says, dreams have misled many people. They put their faith in them only to be disappointed.
That's right. You put your faith in this place, the American dream, and the American dream is an American nightmare. You get a home and it's a beautiful prison. You get a home down here in Texas, and the mortgage rate go up, $300 a month, and you in some trouble, bro.
Right.
You can't just break that lease for a lease or mortgage. You can't just say, "I'll just move next year." No, that's your house you have to take care of.
That's right.
Right? You try to sell it nowadays, that's mug is on the market for the longest. Because people aren't buying houses, so you're in the trouble. You might have foreclosure problems, messing up your dang on credit. Right? Just to try to have something of your own. Right. And this place is killing you, man. The only hope that you have, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, is the scriptures, man. It's the kingdom of heaven. That's right. That's only. If not, what's the alternative? The alternative is death, man. Yeah. Go ahead,
precept.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 30 and verse 3. It says, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion."
We'll speak on it.
Huh. And like you said, that strength of Pharaoh, who's the modern day Pharaoh? That is Esau Edom, who you would say today is the so-called white man. All right, and like you said, what it said in there is kind of laying back on that, Because what is a shadow? All right, that's something that you see, but it's really not there. It's something that it's not tangible. All right, so it's what it brings forth confusion, and that's why the elder mentioned like the bag full of holes. You're gonna constantly chase that bag. That's like a dog chasing his tail. That's what they got Jake doing. Jake, Esau putting a mind through the music and things, chase the money, get the bag. And now you're constantly chasing your own tail until you what? You pass out and die. And we're telling our people, and we're warning, you got to turn back away from that. All right, and basically look towards how about Shemi Awashai. Because these days that we are when the sermon first started, these days are evil. These are bad times. All right, as it says in Ephesians 5:15. All right, so you better be circumspect, not as fools, but as wise. If you ain't got that wisdom, not your understanding, all right, you're not gonna have that stable mindset when the times really get bad for you.
Right, because they about to bring the masses to the need,
Yep.
man. You know, inflation's not going anywhere. The crime rate is not going anywhere.
Nope.
Food scarcity is not going anywhere. So, I say crime going anywhere. Look back.
You want to heal about it?
Nah, Northern Trial. That nigga out here being reckless.
Oh, being reckless.
Gas pump.
13 and start at verse 13. It says, "Therefore set thy house in order, and reprove thy people, and comfort them that are bowed down."
Right, set your house in order, man. Get yourself together, bro. The biggest thing that the scriptures teach you is self-examination. Get yourself right. You're not out here just telling everybody, "Oh, you were no." As we're preaching, you know what I'm saying? We're self-reflecting ourselves because we don't want to get judged. We don't be seen as hypocrites out here, bro. You know?
Right.
No, we're doing this for a covering. We're not doing this because we want to sound right. We're doing this as watchmen to give a warning so we can get our household in order.
Right.
That's a part of it. Okay? That's a part of it, man. You know? Because the only way you can get your household in order is having that relationship with Yahweh by Shemi Awashai. That's the only way. Doing a budget sheet is great. Being mindful of your money, working out, going on watch with your girl, making sure she's doing what she needs to do, cooking good for your kids. That's cool. But the ultimate way to get your household in order is building your relationship with Yahweh by Shemi Awashai. Right? Because your girl could leave you, man. As things get rough, she could, you know what I'm saying? She could burn off. And that's just a reality.
That's right.
You know? There's a lot of women out there that say they believe, and that's cool. They might believe to a certain extent, right? But as prophecy get harder, they be like, "Man, I ain't signing up for this. Man, you got my kid, man, with these people trying to interview me. You know what I'm saying? You on the news looking crazy. I ain't know you said that about them hoes. Man, I gotta go." It's like, I want to try to be funny.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey, and it's true, bro. You got to keep your back against the wall, bro.
Man.
Well,
that's right.
You don't give anybody a preeminence over you. It says that in Sirach.
Right.
Keep your preeminence. And how you do that? By focusing on your faith and your how about Shemi Awashai.
Right. Back in 2 Ezra 14 and 13, it says, I read it from the top. It says, "Therefore set thy house in order and reprove thy people and comfort them that are bowed down."
See what it says? Set your house in order,
right.
Then reprove. Get yourself together, then reprove, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we on out here, bro.
That's right. It says, "And renounce corruption."
Right.
That's like say still following that. You set your house in order, you reprove, then you come out and you what? You renounce corruption. All right. And like you said, you renounce corruption, you're doing what? You basically cutting off things off your life to better your spiritual growth.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because if you don't, when you come into this truth, right, when you start seeing the things that are happening in the world, the Lord open your eyes up, that's the bitterness that start coming in. When you first found out you're Israelite, lot of Jake walk around here knowing they're Israelites, but they ain't got really the true bitterness of it because they're not really have their ass out to see like, damn, this place is corrupt. Damn, my oppressor is constantly keeping us down. Damn, there's no way out of this and but through divine intervention.
Yep. And damn, I got to get myself right just to receive that salvation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain layers that has to come off of you. You know what I'm saying? Or and also, you know what I'm saying, given unto you.
Yeah.
There's certain attributes that you have to develop in its truth. And the only way you can do that is going through it.
That's right.
You know, only way you could find out how good your jab is by going through sparring. Right? We don't have to take it, that extreme. You got your job. The only way you could figure out a certain problem is a problem comes your way that you have to fix. I can fix it. But adversity, that teaches you, man. Right? And majority of our people, they don't want to go to the adversity. Right? They don't want to go through the straight gate. Right? As it says, what, in Matthew the 7th chapter?
Right.
To enter into the straight gate. That's what we have to go into. Right? In order to get our household in order, reprove, we have to be able to willing to go through the straight gate.
Right.
Right? The rate of that way of adversity, man.
Yep.
It's a full-time job keeping yourself clean from these demons that are constantly attacking you, bro. Every day you rebuke Satan. As soon as you do your morning prayer, here comes Satan. Here comes Satan, bro.
Yep.
He playing for keeps.
Right.
He ain't tired. Right? He's not tired, man. Never get tired. He on his job.
Shit, the scriptures say he walking around like a lion seeking whom he may devour. You know what I'm saying? But I got something to back this brother point up real quick. This 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 5 in the NLT. It says, for if a man cannot manage his own household, how can he take care of God's church? Just to back the brother point up about getting. Can you read that one more time, bro?
This is 2 Ezra 14 and 13. Therefore, set thy house in order and reprove thy people.
Right, set thine house in order, like the elder said. First, you got to get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Before because you don't want to come out here and you doing the same shit that these people are being a hypocrite, man. No, you have to get yourself in order, and then, like it said, what? Reprove
thy people.
Yeah, reprove thy people. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here. A lot of them. That's what a lot of Jakes are doing, man. They ain't even got their shit together, or even trying to, but out here trying to rebuke some damn body, man. Just being hypocrites.
Yeah, like I say. And then when it says comfort them that are bowed down, what is that basically going to someone that's confident that is humble? Come to you humble. I'm gonna do this. I gotta. No, whoever get this understanding, they're gonna come humbly to you.
That's right. You got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Matthew chapter 7 and verse 1.
Yeah.
And I'll read down to like verse 3. It says, judge not that ye be not judged.
Break it down, all right.
And when it says judge, and it's gonna kind of break itself down, but when it says judge here, it's really going into examining yourself, like they bringing out. We know the scriptures say, like Matthew 19 and 28. You shall sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, right? To those that endure, and make it. All right, but it starts before you can even get to that point. It starts with you. But in verse 2, it says, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. In Proverbs 11 and 1, it tells you that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a power of balance, roughly paraphrasing. So he's gonna judge you according to how you're judging. But here's the point in verse 3, it says, in 4, it says, and why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye?
Right.
Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye? So judgment on this side first and foremost is reserved for Yahweh Shemiah Shai. He's the one that's going to exact judgment. We're primarily focused on judging ourselves, cleaning up ourselves, you know, as y'all going into.
That's right. I got one for y'all, right? Romans 2:1. Therefore thou art inexcusable, O man, whosoever thou art that judges, for wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest thyself. For thou that judges doest the same things. Ooh.
Because when you go into the New Testament, you know, the circumcision, you know, Israelites that grew up knowing they were Israelites, keeping the laws, keeping the customs, they were extremely harsh on Israelite foreigners,
right? On
the uncircumcision, you know, Israelites that didn't you know have everything, you know, polished up and cleaned up, you know, speaking the Hebrew, you know, they were harsh on Jake, but their spirits was right, you know.
That's right. But we are sure that the judgment of the Most High is according to truth against them that commit such things.
You mind reading that one more time, brother?
Con, Shalaki, brother. But we are sure that the judgment of the Most High is according to truth.
You're going to be things to see that that's just, you know, Lord is going to all scripture say.
If we say it, bro. That's why when we come on, man, yeah, like, man, you know, as we out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, on my mind, like, man, I gotta get together. I gotta do this. I gotta do that myself. You know what I'm saying? But we out here just doing our job. We set up as watchmen, right? You know what I'm saying? We're here to tell you that, hey, look, man, it's coming to the point to where you're gonna have to work out on faith. Mm-hmm. If you even have it, because the times are coming, you know, it's about to get very dire out here. Mm-hmm. To where either you're gonna believe in Yahweh by Yahweh Shai, or you're gonna believe in this world. Right. There's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna be deceiving people, you know, including these Christian churches, that's gonna lead them right to Satan, man. That's right. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
This is Sirach chapter 11, verse 20, the 21. It says, "Be steadfast in thy covenant." It says, "And be conversant therein." It says, and wax old in thy work. That means in the works, strength and power be how about Shemiah Shai. You know, that should be your main focus. You know, and this world should be separated from you. Okay. It says, marvel not at the marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in Yahweh Shemiah Shai and abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing in the sight of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, on the sudden, to make a poor man rich. Mm-hmm. All right. Because Yahweh Shemiah Shai is setting everything up to have you win. You know, just like the brothers talking about, you know, you have to search out the things that are in you and polish them up. You know, you can't be sitting here saying one thing and doing as the world do.
Right.
But you got it.
Hey, can you read that one more time, bro?
Yeah.
Top about.
Read that last, that marvel not. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Verse 21. It says, "Marvel not in the works of sinners, but trust in Yahweh Shemiah Shai and abide in thy labor." For
right, because niggas in the world winning, bro. These niggas out here winning, man. You know what I'm saying? You family members, you know what I'm saying? You see particular people in the world, wicked is all outdoors, man. You know what I'm saying? Just pieces of crap. Shit. but niggas is winning. They winning in the corner, in the eyes. Cornerly, these niggas winning, but we the one who winning, man. You see, and in the flesh of like, you know what I'm saying? We struggling and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we winning, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna lead. That's why the Lord is saying. That's why that's the scripture is saying that don't marvel not at the works of sinners, man. You see?
And that goes into that Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. I believe it's verse 9. You know how I gotta pull it. But I'll finish this out for you. It says, and abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing in the sight of Yahweh Shemel Shai on the sudden to make a poor man rich.
Right, and that's gonna happen, man. Because this society and this riches that these people have, this shit is gonna be all done away with, and the true riches, all right, are gonna be manifest. It's gonna be made known to these people what real riches are, which is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. You see that one-on-one relationship with Yahweh Shemel Shai that you built up during this grace period that the Lord gave us, man. Right. You see, to train us up, because ultimately this is what's happening. We being trained. All right, the Lord has gave every brother up here a shot at being a part of this new world that he's about to establish on the planet Earth, man. And these particular trials and tribulations that we're going through, particular situation that you have between brothers, is all teaching us how to become judges, man. You see, because the 144 that is read about in Revelation 7, it's gonna be the government, the rulers, all right, of this new world under Yahweh Shah, man. You see, and they're gonna be ruling over particular parts of the earth, particular parts of the galaxies, man. Yes. You see, it's gonna stretch forth. So these men, all right, just like our big brothers in the heavens right now advocating for us, he came down in the flesh and went through everything that we've been tempted and with everything that we've been tempted with, man. See, so he's up there in front of the Father. You know what I'm saying? Look, saying, telling, you know, pleading on our behalf, like, look, and let him spare him, stall him out, Debo. You know, on the type shit, you know, because he knowing, look, I know what he going through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let him make it. You know.
Like I say, that's like also you gotta have that patience, you know, because like you said, you know, when you see what that's Rock 2, you know, we stepped jacked up, we stepped in the house of the Lord. Yeah, I get you. You know, because you got to get yourself prepared, because it's gonna be a constant. You have you're gonna see these things, like I said, you think people are winning in this world.
Sirach 2 and 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
See? Yeah, we change. So you got to be patient in this thing. When you see things are going, like you may not think it's not going your way, but you know what? This word is going our way. This truth, this the faith and the patience. It's gonna lead to what? Salvation. It's gonna lead to more discipline. All right, you see people like you say, you think they're winning, but what we just was going into how this economy is basically about to tank. We're just talking about the Bitcoin and all these different things, all these things that these people think they're winning on. Hey, it's about to be done. The American dollar, we say, you know, it is strong because it's backed. All right, by oil and things like that. You know, it's the petrol dollar, but ultimately, we see that it's starting to deter waning.
Circumvent, starting to circle, you know what I'm saying, or circle go around it. You know what I'm saying? Bricks is starting to gain traction. Yeah. And we've been reporting on bricks for almost 10 years. We're starting to see that coming to fruition. You know what I'm saying? As far as them making more ties, things of that nature. Because these tariffs are rubbing people the wrong way, man. Exactly. They're like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. That's ultimately the Lord speeding the time up. So when you see the times moving fast and you see these things come, that should uplift your spirit. All right, that's why you should be rejoicing. That's why when you just read it, that's why we're supposed to be like, okay, we're seeing these things happen. That's supposed to uplift your spirit. But if you ain't in this, I mean, if you ain't basically look at him, you got a nice house, look at it, you know, he's a wicked ass nigga. That ain't do nothing but what? That's deterring your spirit. That's gonna water you down. The Lord said you can't be lukewarm, especially where we're going into now. But we're in the final quarter, 10 seconds left. You got to be all in for this thing.
Yep, not a little, a lot.
Can I read one verse? In the same chapter, jumping down to verse 11, right? Because that scripture said, "Be patient." Verse 11, it says, "For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful. and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. And that's another thing. Patience is an attribute of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right.
So how are we gonna be sons of the power, all right, and not be patient?
Right.
That's an attribute that has to be developed.
Yep.
And can only be developed through being forced to be patient.
Right. Man, what's it? That's right, bro. That's right. Hey, because again, man, we're coming into some very dire times to where our faith is going to be tested.
Yeah.
And these various, these various trials, many trials we're going through now is going to get us through that big trial. And all hell break loose, man.
Right.
Keeping our composure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that time is around, it's here. It's only, and it's only going to escalate to where it's going to be in our face.
Yep.
That's why getting yourself together is so important. Keeping the main thing is so important, especially in the times that we're about to come into, man.
Right.
I keep on. Okay. So I'm gonna say wisdom song. This is Sirach 2, continuing down, verse 12. It says, "Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways." I can jump up to read verse 10.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 2 and 10. It says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?"
The Lord, like I said, when you call upon him, he's gonna answer you. Especially when you have the faith and you believe, And when you out here and we're pushing this word, and the Lord set up prophets before the downfall of a kingdom. All right. Was it Jeremiah 28? Jeremiah 28. Yeah. Against many countries, the Lord brings out the prophesy, and also when you had a trust in the Lord, he'll hear your cry, and he will what? He's gonna basically come through for you. He don't need. Get cut off at the moment, when the Lord ready to come and hear for his people.
Right, it's for you. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints.
Grace and mercy is to his saints. We're going to be separated from the world, all right? Because the Lord brought forth what? That grace and mercy to whatever. And at this time, the elect, the remnant. Everybody else is not going to receive that. These times, as it says, I was just reading earlier, you kept going down in the chapter. I think that was in Second Ezra 14. I think around the 50th, it said, "For greater evil is going to come." All right. We see great evils now, but greater evil is going to continue to come. So the Lord said, "Be patient and wait upon him, and you receive that covering for when the times come." All right. The prophets before us, bro, they was hated. And then Yahweh Shai said they were going to hate you for his name's sake. So if you believe in this thing, the world is not going to be with you. So you can't be tripping on these other people. You got to let them be.
Yep.
Believe that the Lord is going to deliver you in the time when it's needed. It may not come when you want it, but it's going to be right on time. So just believe that the Lord is going to be there for us. And we have that faith. Now we see it now. The Lord and God put me through things where I was like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna get through.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the Lord, he guided my path.
Yep. Man.
Bro, and that's heavy when you see it.
Yep.
And they don't do nothing but build your faith up. So you can't waver in this thing. There's no gray areas now. Then now you have all the other certain Israelites says they done lost patience. Even though they may not have had 100% truth, but they lost patience. And now they're trying to do what? They're trying to get the bag. That's what we started speaking of earlier in the service. Put on ties, put on lies to take the cap from. Yeah. They want this to continue and we're looking for a state that's going to continue forever and ever. We're not looking for something that's probably been, what did the Lord say? They shall build, but we're going to throw down. We're in the time of the Lord throwing this place down.
Yeah. That's right, brother. Yeah. I got one little part to this. Just want to finish off. And he hath cared for his elect.
And care for his elect. For the Lord, like he said, because what is Israel? Israel, the apple of the Lord's eye. All right. So the Lord cares for Israel, but like I said, then the 2/3, they don't, they rejected the knowledge as it says in Hosea 4. So the Lord is going to reject them and bring them back to the king, bring it back to the loins of the elect. So the Lord cares for the elect of Israel now. The other one he's going to bring back through. But for the ones that's basically a sign and crime for the abomination thereof, that's what we're speaking at. What is that in Isaiah 60 or 61? He's speaking to the meek. That's what we're speaking to. The meek and the brokenhearted. The ones that had that faith in the Lord, that's who the Lord cares for. Just like in the time of Egypt. The Lord told Moses he hear the cry of his people. Because at that time, the Lord, the people believed, but they were suffering. Now, our people don't even see the suffering. They just know things might get better. I got a couple of dollars in my pocket. They don't even know they're oppressed. They don't know they have an enemy.
Right.
But we see it and we're calling it out. Now we're the watchmen. The Lord put us on the tower, the watchtower, to see and call it out. But our people don't want to hear it. They cover their ears. They cover their eyes. But what happens? You're gonna get caught up. Because like I said in Revelation 12, he saw this nigga's about to come down with great wrath. He know his time is short.
Yep. That's all. This second Esdras chapter 8, and I'm gonna start at verse 37 in the GNT. Just to back with the end part of that Wisdom of Solomon. It says, the Lord answered me, part of what you said is correct, and things will happen as you have indicated. It says, you can be sure that I will give no thought to those who have sinned or to their creation, death, judgment, or destruction. Instead, I will find my joy in the creation of the righteous, their earthly journey, their salvation, and their final reward. So the Lord only cares about the elect, man. You see? It said what instead I will find my joy in the creation of the righteous, their earthly journey, man. What you going through? Every brother's hell is everybody, we all in hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers, hell is different. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And it is custom made for your particular spirit. You see, and what the Lord wants you to and how the Lord want to mold you, man. You see? So the Lord ain't worried about these niggas, man. Just going back into what the brother read earlier in Sirach, man. Marvel not at the works of the wicked. Fuck these niggas, man. Right. You see, these people ain't nothing but what they call them niggas in movies, the background. These niggas is atmosphere, like they said in Jamie Foxx. Atmosphere is a director would call that nigga atmosphere. He was a bad dude, supposed to be a motherfucker in the background of a movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these niggas ain't number wallpaper, man. Yep. So that hell and niggas, the Lord, man, you got to look at it when shit happened at your job, man. Man, these niggas is peon. That's peon shit, man.
Hey, even family members, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
You got a lot of the family members know how to strike your nerves too,
man.
You know what I'm saying? You have a certain expectation for them. You like they let you down. You weak as hell. You know what I'm saying? You get caught. Wallpaper.
Yeah. Right.
Wallpaper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get caught up in trying to make an extra, a cast member.
Right.
And he an extra.
Right.
He's not gonna have your attributes.
Right.
He's not gonna be righteous. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get acceptance for these people in the world, that's gonna kill you, bro.
Man.
You know? That's why I said scripture. If you prefer anybody over, Lucy paraphrase, anybody over Yahweh Shai, he done. When we come to a time where you're gonna have to get used to being disliked, bro.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, brother.
So Isaiah chapter 57 and verse 15, because you had mentioned Isaiah 60 or 61. This may be the one that you were talking about, but I'm not sure. There's another one, Isaiah 66. But it says, Isaiah 57:15, it says, for thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. You know, and a word that sticks out in that is revive. Why does the Lord, why does he need to revive you? All right, he needs to revive you because he's putting you through affliction.
Yeah.
You know, I forget that the one scripture in the New Testament, for we die all the day long, roughly paraphrasing. You know, so so it goes back to Sirach 2 as well. You know, you got to prepare yourself to basically, you know, go through those ups and those downs over and over again until ultimately we're perfected. You know, when Yahweh comes.
That's right. And also be able to stand in the day of prophecy. Because you look at the children of Israel, man, they were offended. And they began to worship idols. They began to buck up. They began to be contrary to leadership. You know what I'm saying? Because they were offended. They wanted, they wanted to go back to Egypt versus going through, you know what I'm saying, trials and tribulations next to the promised land, man. Going through the straight gates. And we use that for an example. Hey, what's that? Hebrews the 3rd chapter? Harden your heart, not
Day of provocation.
Day of provocation.
Right.
Where provocation goes back to the word provoke. And that word provoke, if you look it up in the etymon, I believe it means challenge. We go into challenging times, man. You can't just harden your mind. You mad? You offended? And get the straight game. You said you wanted. We out here, you know, cursing people out. You get it together. Well, shit, we in a straight game too.
Yeah.
We ain't just stop eating pork and then that's it. And I stopped getting lineups. Oh, that was hard. No, man. You don't have to go to get to it. You know? And that's what past you. That's what that's coming. Brothers. Go ahead, Al.
So Hebrews chapter 3, verse 7 and 8, it says, wherefore, as the Holy Ghost said today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation and the temptation in the wilderness.
The day of temptation. We come into that day of temptation, man. We come into that day where you're not gonna know where your food's gonna come from, brothers.
Right.
We come into the day to where water's gonna be scarce. Okay? We come into the day to where, you know what I'm saying, the mirth of this place is gonna be brought low. It's already happening before your eyes, man. Okay? We're coming to the time to where is going to be at the front door. Okay? All right, all these things to come. Hey, we see like a time no weather. Can't forget about AI and the introduction of AI into society. That's going to displace millions of people. Many occupations. That's what challenge your time. Right. When they pull out, when they come out with their university basic income and things go digital, when the real cryptocurrency is introduced, hey, things are gonna start moving really quickly, brother. Yeah. We're gonna have to make some serious choices in that day. You know what I'm saying? Things gonna be a lot of speculation of what the you know, a lot of biometrics is gonna be introduced.
Right.
You might have to scan your eye in order to use a certain app, your cryptocurrency. I'm speculating, but it's gonna be a lot of shit going on, bro. Right?
That's right.
Just like when they came out of Egypt, they seen it. They seen miracles, but that straight gate, what did it do? That straight gate made them hard. They wanted to go back to fucking Egypt.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. We had lemons, we had tilapia, man, we had onions, man, damn.
Yep.
There's more on that.
Go ahead.
Like I said, the mindset you just mentioned, with the midst of them leaks and things, those are the ones that's gonna be like, man, I missed the old ways, and Esau can present what that see him to.
Yep.
And those will be the ones that's, like you said, they'll be like, well, Now I want to get back to where it used to be.
Yep.
It's never gonna be like that. That's gonna be that shadow. That's gonna be that illusion, like a mirage. You think it's there, but it's basically it's not even there.
Mm-hmm. You sitting back, you sitting back hungry in the mud, like, man, you remember Club Latino? Man, we used to go there, dog.
Look at them wings and shit. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
tripping.
All we gotta do, dog, is take, man.
Yep.
Man,
I
bro.
heard they over there partying, man. Say, you gotta do.
Bro.
It might be it might be the scene, man. I don't know.
See,
Right.
And say, kids crying, looking at you. Hell, you know your girl is resentful.
Yep.
She done left, or she ready to leave but can't leave because she poor. You know what I'm saying? She looking at you like you ain't shit because you telling her not to take the MOTV.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, the food's scarce.
Mm-hmm. She gonna come to the house and eating a sandwich and shit. You know how you get there?
from?
She gonna take the MOTV?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be talking to you like John Q's wife talks to.
Yeah.
You need to do something.
Right, damn.
Do something, John. You need to do something.
What he do? He wouldn't got it.
He even got a gun.
Right.
You know? It's about to get dire out here, bro. You
Yeah.
gotta put yourself there.
Man.
You gotta put yourself in certain scenarios, man.
Right.
That makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We pray that our kids can make it. Pray that our wife make it. You know, we pray for these things, man. But you don't know.
Right.
You know, you might lose a child, man. I would hate to think like something like that. But it could happen.
Man.
You know, that shit hurt.
Hell yeah.
You know? You gotta keep going. You know?
That's right.
Because you're gonna get that bad out here, man. Go ahead, brother. Let's talk.
Okay.
Just more to that.
Yeah, it goes down a couple more verses. Like, it said, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years.
Yeah, they tempted them. Oh, no, man. You niggas out here to kill us. Send them quail, then overeating the quail, then send them manna. You look at that word manna means, what is this? Hey, what is this, man?
Whatever they wanted to do. Tastes delicious. They got tired of it.
They got tired of it. Man. You know, had rebels coming up against Moses. You know, Jake getting nasty. Come, let us play.
Right.
Resurrected a guy when you just seen the Most High's miracles. And resurrected erected a guy out of gold, I believe. Then told him and said, "Hey, y'all, let's come, let's play, get nasty." Being nasty, bro.
Man.
Nigga say, "Come, let's play." What she means?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah, straight up. Yes.
Bro, come on, bro. Just Jake, though, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
You know? Hey, things get stressed out. What you want to do? You want to get nasty.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's going to be a problem. Jake in close corners with, you know what I'm saying? With wives and stuff like that. Other people.
Yeah.
They ain't safe, bro. Tough decisions are going to be made in the near future, brothers.
Man.
It's not supposed to be a game out here, bro. You know? You know? But we got the examples, right?
Right.
Oh, we got success, all of us. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Hebrews 3:10, it says, wherefore I was grieved with that generation, that they shall not enter into my rest.
Right. So they were wandering in the wilderness. I believe it's Zen in the wilderness for 40 years. When their trip was only a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? Wandering for 40 years, catching all types of hell, bro. For no reason. All because really it was for no reason, for disobedience.
Mhm.
You know, stiff neck people, man. You know, we don't want to be in that predicament, in that type of mindset in the times that we're coming in. This is going to be like a time no other, bro. Man. It wasn't humanoids on the face of the earth 10 years ago. That's supposed to be walking around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
There wasn't automated restaurants where you could go to a restaurant and nobody's serving at nobody's there working. Or there's just one or two people that work and they're just putting the finer touches on a burger. Right? There wasn't automated trucks on the highways 20 years ago. So self-driving 18-wheelers. Right? There wasn't detention centers, you know what I'm saying, to house foreigners, which eventually gonna be used to house dang on homeless people, man.
Right.
Trump about to declare a war on dang on homeless people in the near future. And that's gonna be a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's already setting the foundation. That's why you're talking about those camps and things that he's setting up, these empty buildings. The foundation already set to basically start into. Why, like the Lord said, some gonna be thrown into prison. Yeah, Trump is gonna throw a lot of people in prison. And like I said, start with the homeless because people don't really don't really care. They be like, okay, yeah, I don't see old Joe. They used to be over by the door anymore. Then next thing you know, after you get rid of all the homeless, he's coming for you that's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
All these things is coming down the pipe. And if you thinking that it's not gonna happen, best believe it's happening now.
Right. They come to your door, nigga. Didn't you say something about the smile hats?
Mm-hmm.
And they come to your fucking door and just with a goddamn printed out post of your Facebook page, nigga. Didn't you say this?
Yep. Yeah. Or they'd be like, man, you've been dodging student loans for the last 20 years, Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that, but it's a serious deal because when you look at he's very diabolical. All right, that's why the scripture says never trust thine enemy. All right, because and we would mention adversity come. What did the scripture say in what is it, like 12? When adversity come, you'll find him there first. So when you get into a situation, best believe when you look and see who the corporate of it, you're gonna see Nasty E is basically the one that's causing the things to come upon you. Ultimately, know it's the Lord, but it's His kingdom right now. The Lord gave it to Him for pursuing the Job 9:24, and he's doing it well, and He's going to continue doing it. That's why when you talk about dead bodies in the street, talk about the famine, the pestilence. Let's go there. Look at who's first. Look at who's causing it. That's why He says, never trust thine enemy. His rust is not altogether wiped away. He's going to continue to be the same OE, the ones that was hanging you in the 1920s, all right? The ones that was putting your cities and putting your cities like in New York and these in Lake Lanier, all these cities that Jake had that was flooding the cities. Those the ones that run it today. Those are the grandparents and the great grandparents back then that was doing the same thing. But now he's more subtle with it.
Right.
But he's still more he's very diabolical with it.
He used all these buzzwords to hide his hatred.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so tired of DEI. I'm so tired of political correctness. I'm so tired of these thugs.
Right.
Now he's back using stats. 13% of the population does 7% of the violence crimes.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we look at the stats of a child, assault, it's a sexual assault. Who's number one?
Right.
Esau Edom has an infatuation with destroying things that's pure.
Yeah.
Around the world.
Serial killers. When you look at the serial, serial killers, look at who shit. I would say if not all, 95% of them is E.
Yep.
He will, and plus he will basically unalive his kids, his wife, and do himself. When you look at that and you look who the forefront of that is him. So it's, but what he say? He always try to say like, what was it? See Kurt. He always try to put those numbers, you know, and try to make it seem like Jake be doing all this. But then you have, it was one chick that was in it was Eve that was at the college, and she pulled it up and broke it down like, wrong, you was wrong. No, and she brought out that basically Esau was the one that does a lot of the crime. Most of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was the Edomite woman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was. I thought she was like, but it was Edomite
I
woman.
think it was Edomite
Okay.
woman. Yeah, because you know right now their women turned against them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they and that's part of that, their own tongue falling upon himself. But that's also an indicator of his downfall. You know, his kingdom going. You know, when you women go against you. But it was the Edomite woman.
Okay.
I seen that
I remember
video.
because she pulled it up and she was like telling him like
she was going in, bro. You know. So, but yeah, Esau is the biggest criminal on the planet, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But he likes to point at Jake. You know what I'm saying? When it's not really Jake, it's him. You know, the most PDF file. You know, the black so-called blacks and Latinos, man.
Right.
It's the so-called white man. You know, the going in a school. You know, and just shooting up everything. You know, just senseless murders for nothing. It's the so-called white man, man. All of these statistics is what they starting to, you know, his own is bringing these things out, man.
Right.
You know, so it's all good, man. He threw though. I got one.
The Psalms 58:3. It says the wicked are estranged from. Read that again. Psalm 58:3. It says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. You know, and going into what y'all, you know, going into. I was watching something the other day. God damn. Yeah. I was watching something the other day and it was going into like the statistics on how basically like Edomite women, like it's known that they're they deal with the most mental illness, the most like, you know, different mental disorders and things of that nature. They're the most drugged up. All right. So that's common fact right there.
Yeah.
So how much more so for the men? You know, but the scriptures tell us that. The scriptures tell us that he's not right. Habakkuk 2. You know? So that's why it's so important to take heed if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, because you're in a dire situation.
That's right.
You're under the hand of somebody whose whole MO is basically exterminating you, destroying you.
Man. Yeah.
Like, he is the basis of man.
Right. Ain't bullshit. I got a quick one for you, bro. Isaiah 32:5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the true shall said to be bountiful.
Right.
For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
Right. Yep. And that word vile, when you go into that word, I'll read it. This is Strong's H5036. Nabala or Nabal. It says foolish or senseless. All right, senseless. And when you go into like psychopathy, for example, or like psychopaths, they don't have the sense of empathy. Nope. They don't understand what it's like to put themselves in somebody else's position and feel what that feels like. They don't give a damn like that about that. You know, and that's just the way Shah set it up.
Right.
You know, there be spirits which are created for vengeance. You know, but that's gonna get that word. Man.
That's right.
If I can mention what you just read in Isaiah 32, when you read the NLT, it calls him a scoundrel. All right, and when you go into that word scoundrel, go to a dishonest or unscrupulous person.
Right.
You know, so he's a dishonest person. He's someone that is gonna make you feel like you know he's telling you something. He like he said in the scripture, Jake want to hear smooth things, and he's gonna bring something. He's gonna speak to you smooth, but yeah, he's gonna be drawing swords to do what? To slay. That's what Esau does.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
You gotta understand when you go to the three classes of people in the world, you got the sons of the Most High, you have the sons of man, and then you have the sons of the wicked. He's in a category, like he loved to categorize.
Right.
We're gonna categorize him. You know, he in a category of his own. He's a wicked ass nigga.
It's wicked as fuck.
I got
And
something.
if I can add real quick to at the end of that verse, he said he caused the thirsty, the drink of the thirsty to fail. What was that talked about? The drink of the thirsty represent the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent. And the main way he caused that the drink, you know, because they thirst for truth, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That we that's built in us, man. You know. Yeah, there you go. The main way, one of the main ways, because he's done it many ways, is Christianity, man.
Right.
You know, he gave Jake Christianity, and bro, Jake through now, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Christianity is a hell of a drug, man. You know, hey, prophets, we out here, hey, bro, they through, man. They through, bro.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, that trick of the thirsty, man.
Yeah.
I got something. This Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what was in his heart? His words are softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. As you had mentioned, bro, that nigga, y'all people like smooth, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Isaiah 30.
Yeah.
Speak us to a smooth thing. Well, this is the smoothest nigga on the planet Earth. Just look at Bill Gates. And we can just get the population down from this percentage, man. Yeah, this nigga, that was smooth in the bitch. That nigga made a whole goddamn equation. And we gonna kill you niggas like this.
They clap.
And niggas started clapping. That was some smooth shit. That was some smooth shit, bro. Niggas started clapping. We gonna kill you and your granny. Everybody. Like, that shit was smooth, bro.
Put it in sign. C2O.
Right. Right. That shit was smooth, bro. And they openly said, you had Kamala Harris saying it.
Yep.
All these motherfuckers is telling you, it's too many people on Earth.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do about it? We live them letting you know what they're gonna. The Georgia Guidestones.
And he told you with the dude he's like yeah, well, if we give people this, we could lower it. We lower the population. And he made it, and then what, a year or 2 years later,
Right.
Yep.
it's you know, it's like dog.
Man.
On the C2O, that's about you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right.
Carbon footprint.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
carbon
damn.
out here, guys.
Right.
You got cows farting.
Right.
Come on, man.
Nigga tripping.
But even in the picture, it
Okay.
had people.
Yes.
It had
Yeah,
to show you it was people.
Yeah.
Dummies, I'm like, you don't see it's people, it's you, nigga.
What is that? We do a really, really good job.
Right.
And like, we do a really, really good job. We can put you niggas in the spirit world.
Yes.
And like you said, he wanted in the pre-mentioned Georgia Guidestone. You gotta think we got about 8 billion people on the earth.
Yeah.
And the Georgia Guidestone said they want to get it down to 500 million.
Right.
Okay.
Bro, that's 7.5 billion people that he's trying to take off. You gotta think. Who the Lord said I always said be fruitful and multiply. Jake. So basically he said we do a really, really good job. We'll get the population down, but we'll get majority of you Israelites. We're gonna take you out. And that's what he's setting up for. He's a scoundrel. You shouldn't believe him.
Right. He'll say, you know, there's no God. Billions of years ago, there was a huge explosion. Right. Then people evolved in basically we're more evolved than you. You're subhuman.
Right.
Well, that's why you're killing each other, Jaheem.
Right.
And then the people not sitting there like, well, how you know that was like critical thinking? People are critical thinking. How you know that?
It's radiation in the atmosphere, you know.
Right.
The soldiers are bad. Gotta get there. You shut the fuck up. Man.
But then we ask them what happened in the dark ages and things like that. We don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Put it this way, it's pretty dark.
Really dark.
Right. Yeah. Look, Esau man.
Yeah.
Satan man. You know?
Hey, but now he's starting to show. He's starting to show his teeth, his horns. They was starting to show. So hey, if you ain't on board with how about you now, hey, the Lord is gonna let this man loose. And when it's let him truly get loose, hey, he's gonna show you his horns. By the time you realize, and this grace period, hey, the Lord got a grace period for you. And if you don't get on jump on the bandwagon, Yahbashim Yahushua, if you don't get this understanding, get this wisdom, because what is wisdom? Beginning of the wisdom is fear Yahbashim Yahushua. Yep. You don't get this wisdom, hey, the Lord is gonna leave you here for Esau to do what he will with you, and also he's gonna leave you for what? That thermonuclear destruction. Because that's ultimately what it's going to come down to. You only got a few more prophecies left.
Yep.
Missile food.
I got something.
This is Psalms 28, verse 3 and 4. It says, "Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts."
That's right. Hey, even with the whole ICE ordeal, right? You got it to where, you know what I'm saying, we'll clean up the streets with the illegal clean up the streets for these illegal immigrants. But they're not telling you that they're using Palantir in order to like track people down.
Right.
Which Palantir is an ultra AI database, you know, that they can use to basically pinpoint somebody, right? So they're using this technology and they're getting people used to basically have to, you know, show their identity, man. They're ushering in basically a task force for the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now all this is going on, just happen to be going on as AI is being introduced into the society, and people are losing their jobs at an exponential rate.
Right. I said UPS laid off another what?
30 something.
40,000.
Yeah.
Amazon laid off some people. 16,000.
Yep.
There was a plant that just shut down in Nebraska, Lexington. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm saying it wrong. Nebraska.
Lincoln, Nebraska?
No, it was like Lexington.
Oh, okay.
Something to that nature. If I'm saying it wrong, it's like it could be Lincoln. 4,200 people lost their job.
Yeah.
And this is news back. The Brown Company, UPS.
Yeah.
Right. I'm about to say UPN like a mug. UPS just laid off a substantial amount of people. The restaurants closing down. Right.
Yeah, Lexington. That was it.
It was Lexington.
Tyson's Foods beef factory.
Right.
Nebraska. Yep.
In Nebraska. Yep.
5,000.
5,000 people.
Yep.
That's a small
Sound. Yeah. That's what the lady was saying. I ran across a video. That's what the lady was saying. Like that's what the mass majority of the people in that town work at.
Yep.
Yeah, they should probably 25,000.
Yep.
5,000 laid off.
Yep. That's a lot of people. That's a dead city now. That's a dying city. That whole economy was around that plant. And you got certain cities like that, man.
Right. Yeah.
That's like you go to Kansas, things of that nature. You go to Kansas, majority like in Kansas, they'll have like a small city, I can't think of. I can't call. I used to go there a lot, but basically it just have a plant there.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And they're just bringing cattle in and out. You see a lot of trucks that have cattle on it. And they're just bringing cattle back and forth. You know, you'll see cows. You know, massively formed. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
They are taking them to back then, like Detroit, those steel mills,
Yep.
You know, car companies up in like Cleveland area and all
Yep.
those joints, all that shit is gone now.
It's gone.
Now today, AI taking all those jobs now.
Mm.
Can I mention this? It's something in Time News. It says it came out in February 5th. It said AI startups raising billions of dollars for robots that will replace blue collar workers.
Right.
Mm.
Billions of dollars. And these AI plants, and to use AI, that costs energy, bro. That costs a lot of water.
Yeah, yep.
Let's say for every time you type into ChatGPT, you know what I'm saying, a question, that's like a tablespoon of water that's used.
Damn, bro. Burn that motherfucker.
Now imagine that on a massive imagine that on billions of questions a day. Millions of questions a day. Really billions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How much water is being utilized? They got certain plants that the AI plants, you know what I'm saying, which really, when you're using AI, they have to have databases in order to store this information.
Right.
It's an artificial big ass brain, basically, right? And these and without an exaggeration, they're the size of this building here. We'll say this.
Mhm.
About this being in very wide. And it's basically, you know what I'm saying, rows of them. They're building one out here in Red Oak. Yep. They're building a Google plant out there, and it's just blocks of just basically databases, man.
Yep.
That's gonna cause that area in Red Oak, that water to go up exponentially because you're gonna be utilizing water.
That's right.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yep. See that? So it's gonna get expensive over there.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Right? And that's gonna make water scarce. Yep.
Like $90. Shit.
Yep.
All does it pay out.
Because they're using the drinking water. There's water that y'all use for the toilet, for the shower, you know, to wash your hands. That water not being used, it's not pure. I mean, they're using water that can go to you.
Yeah. Yep. Water gonna get more expensive, bro.
Yep.
That's what they say. Hey, water is a luxury. It's not a innate work right.
Right.
So this man's about to come down with great wrath, man. Go ahead, brother.
It's Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, and it reads, "Therefore rejoice,
Makes
ye
sense.
heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time."
Hey, so now what we see is there's a race
You gotta get rid of
who's going to control AI.
Right.
That's essentially
Bro,
why
that's right.
these wars are about to come into fruition or start. You know,
Yeah.
China is blowing America out of the waters when it comes to AI and AI production.
Yeah.
You look at the humanoids of China, vastly more advanced.
Man,
Conducting traffic.
Conducting traffic, yeah, I did sit down conducting
Man,
traffic.
Yeah, that's right.
bro,
Yep. It looks normal. Go ahead.
now I was gonna say the preacher one that sent me a video earlier, bro. The fucking robot walked so fucking smooth that people thought it was a person inside, so they had to cut that bitch open to show that it was a fucking machine.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The various like people think Tesla's so advanced. Tesla is really trash compared to the
Yeah.
Chinese electric car.
Yeah.
They had. I'm talking about
Yeah.
that bug is crazy.
Shit.
I be looking at that.
They got it. Even the cell phones, Huawei, and all that, blowing America out of the water,
Man,
right? So whoever controls AI is gonna be the next ruler of the world.
Yep.
This is why World War III is going to take place, and this is why Trump has pumped so much money into the erection of AI, and it's here in Texas. A lot of jobs, opportunities, a lot of people be coming here because of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
hey, can I pull something real
Go ahead,
quick?
bro.
Because you had mentioned that about these data centers being rebuilt. These data centers being built every fucking where. You know what I'm saying? How much resources they use and shit, water they use. Keep in mind we was talking about BG, and like the elder said earlier, we gotta cut down the carbon the CO, the carbon footprint, right? So I asked ChatGPT, I said, how data centers being built pollute the earth and use mass resources. It says, yes, this is one of those things that doesn't look dirty on the surface, but the footprint is heavy once you zoom out. It says data centers are basically the factories of the digital age, and here's how they pollute the earth and chew through mass resources. It says, number one, insane electricity demand. Data centers run 24/7, no breaks, They power servers, cooling systems, backup systems, and it says many are as energy hungry as small cities. It says a huge portion still run off fossil fuel based grids. It says the impact is high CO2 emissions. So we got to keep, like the brother said, we got to cut you niggas off so we can have more, you know what I'm saying? More CO2 for these goddamn data centers, man.
Right. And the CO2, that CO2, the carbon printing and carbon I said carbon printing, carbon data and all that footprint and all that, that really was for corporations. And they said, oh, well, instead of just using this on corporations, we could use this on the people. You know? So real soon, people are going to be regulated. How much you eat, how much where you going outside, and utilize it, and it's going to be utilized by, well, they're going to utilize, let's say, Palantir, things that nature, 10 cities, 15-minute cities, to regulate the people.
Yeah.
All right, you stay over. You're going to be staying in this building here. You won't get this allowance. You'll be able to go outside at this time. Everything you do is going to be tracked and monitored.
Damn. Yeah.
What's that? The cartoon.
I'll spend this.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
The man.
Yeah, that's
Talking about the
beyond
man.
what you said.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
They show you that, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know that hope. Everything the elder just said
Right.
is basically in that little animation, bro.
Yep.
It's like the same thing. They send them the little things of what he
Food,
can eat,
yeah.
the food,
Yep.
you know, certain movies he can watch. You know what I'm saying? All of that, and you're not gonna have a lot of where they give you that universal basic.
Yeah,
UBI.
Yeah.
The UBI. And they send them so much, you know, which I think on there it had it like in points or something. Like in points. You had so many points for this. That nigga tried to watch a movie and couldn't even watch now. He have enough points, man.
Credit score now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, they got it in China.
Yeah.
They got social social credit scores,
score, yep.
if you will, in China. You say something against the government if you want to. Hey, your ass gonna be bound in
Man.
China. Don't get on no train, bro. You can't get on no trains. You can't leave China. What you trying to do?
Right.
Your ass gonna sit right there.
Then here it is, right there, probably cooking with your neighbor, drinking the beer and cooking. You expect yourself, I can't stand this shit. They gonna call a hotline and say, yeah, my neighbor said, fuck you.
Well,
That's
Well,
what
they got cameras.
They got
Your camera,
You
yeah.
know what, bro? You look
You
at
know what I'm
China.
saying? But the neighbor
Their hands are.
on each other. Because
Yeah.
if I tell on you, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get points and nothing
Yeah.
points, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Real.
Damn, niggas.
You go to certain cities and Cam, you see this pole right here? That hole will be riddled with goddamn cameras, bro.
Yeah.
Every angle. You jaywalk, that's a point.
Yep.
Right.
They got
They gonna plaster your name. They will plaster your name and your information. This motherfucker jaywalking.
Mhm.
They got so many cameras for one person in China.
Yep.
Yeah, and then and when you look at it, this has been going on in China for years.
Yep.
It ain't just started. I mean, probably about 10 plus years. It's been going on for years.
China is
Yeah.
the model, bro.
Yeah.
China is a model that America wants to emulate,
Right.
and they're playing catch up.
Yep.
In order for them to get the shit together, they're gonna have to take a lot of rights away, and a lot of people gonna be locked away or exterminated.
Bro, this makes
It's what? Goddamn me, ice.
Come in, bro.
Get down.
Bro, reading this, bro, it makes sense what this nigga is doing. Going back to even with the farmers. Wow, just listen, bro. I'm gonna go back to the impact of the electricity use. It says the impact is high CO2 emissions, increased air population for power plants and grid strain. It says more power plants get built. And it says number 2, water usage. Water use, mass water usage. Cooling is the silent killer. Large data centers can use millions of gallons of water per day.
Gosh.
Dog, water's about to get scarce out here,
Man,
brothers.
bro.
Brothers, water's about to get scarce out here, bro.
Man. It says large data centers can use millions of gallons of water per day. Water is used to cool servers, prevent overheating. It says many built in drought-prone areas. It says the impact it drains local water supplies, competes with agriculture, residential water, and raising water prices for locals.
Right.
Some communities don't even realize it until the shortage is hit.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
You just said it. There's gonna be shortages out here, man.
Beef all of a sudden.
Now it's gonna be pressure from above, pressure from below.
Right.
Squeeze. It's gonna be that squeeze. Let's go to Luke 20:21 and 25. And a lot of you foreigners coming over here, you came over here to get judged, man.
Right.
That's it.
Man, can I read this last one?
Go ahead,
This is number 3. It says land destruction and habitat loss. It says building a data center isn't just dropping a building. It requires a large plot of land, roads, substations, transmission lines, and often built on forest lands, farmland, and wildlife habitats.
Yep.
Going to like what these. Let me see. It makes sense that they've been doing. They was doing that shit with the farmers, man. All these years, and what the farmers going bankrupt and how they have to sell their land and do that.
Yep.
Why? Because they about to build these fucking data centers, bro.
Right.
Right.
Buying up farmland.
Right.
And guess who else was buying up the farmland? B Jizzle.
Yep.
Right.
Right?
Got like 40-something% of the.
Yep. Down here in Texas.
Mm.
So Frankenstein food is about to be a thing of the norm.
Man.
Yeah, you guys don't have to eat meat anymore. It's too much CO2. Well, we got this vegetarian burger, and I forget what burger it's called, bro. You bite into it, it tastes just like a regular. It tastes like a burger, bro. Beyond Meat.
Yeah.
It tastes just like a burger. I'm gonna be a conviction going on.
Esau's wicked ass. He likes to start with in these small, these small places, these small towns, these small cities, these small towns, and with his madness, because that's another thing now that y'all mentioning that they put a Venus again. They put a plant down there recently, and it's supposed to be a plant-based plant-based plant.
Right.
But bro, you smell the smell.
Yeah.
It's like, no, bro. Y'all finna make me think this is plants, man. That shit is horrible, bro.
Damn.
Smell it horrendous.
It's it's chemicals.
Right.
Right.
It's whole
smell
bunch
shit
of
like
chemicals. They mix it up.
clouds.
Man.
Like from the freeway. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
It's crazy, bro.
They go pack it up with a smile and say, here.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No animal was killed making this. Like,
Right.
like nigga, you killing me.
Smell
Right.
like people.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, it's for real.
Yeah.
It smell like people, bro. Like, I don't really know what that smell like, but to me, when I smell what I think about, like a
That's
dead
bad.
person.
Yeah.
That's how bad it's
Damn,
It's
bro.
terrible, bro.
That's fucking
I'm like, y'all
damn.
believing this is plants? Plant? It's a plant? No, bro. Stop, man.
Right.
Wicked ass nigga.
That's
Yep.
what called Soylent Green.
Soylent Green?
Yeah, they chop the people up in that goddamn machine.
Yeah.
Mix that shit in with meat.
This shit wicked out here, bro. It's just wicked out here, bro.
Hey.
Bro, we just read water's about to get scarce.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people moving down here to Texas to get their ass judged by the Heavenly Father, man. Including you fucking heathens.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
Go ahead. I got some more of that.
It's a little bit more. So it says these data centers are often built on forest land, farmland, and wildlife habitats. It says the impact is ecosystem disruption, loss of biodiversity, increased flooding due to land clearing. Once concrete goes down, that land is basically dead space for nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This nigga's killing the earth, bro.
Damn. He's killing the earth. He's gonna kill a lot of people in order to gain that enterprise, lock up a lot of people. A lot of people who are whistleblowers like us. We're not in the equation of the New World Order.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And it say kill the earth. Wherever you go, death and hell follows.
Yep.
It says in Revelation 6.
Son of perdition. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
They go to them small towns building all those businesses, but then they'll tell you that, okay, we're bringing an extra $2.6 billion to your economy.
Yep.
So you go, so the people who rate for it,
Yeah.
but they'll get hired there.
Yep.
At the same time, it's killing at the same damn time.
Yep. And it's a food that's there.
Right.
Yep.
Like because in certain areas you can have a store in the same proximity as a dang old plant. Can't do that.
Okay. And then, like y'all remember, there's a company I had bought some stocks in it. called Piedmont Lithium. Back in Carolina, we had that flood real bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think but Elon Musk tried to get the mining rights to go down there and mine for lithium. Right. The company Piedmont Lithium had already got the rights to start mining lithium. You can't have AI without lithium.
Yep.
All that shit coming together, man.
Got to.
Yeah.
To survive. You know,
Bro, that shit go back to BlackRock.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying.
Damn. Yeah, Piedmont Lithium.
I know. I'm just
BlackRock bound up every fucking thing, bro.
holding assets in the world.
Yep. Hey, can we get that Luke 21 and 25? And we'll look up that word stress.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 25. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring."
Now let's look at that word distress. We look it up. Look at the root word of the word of that word, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like
You want to get to that capital?
yeah. Seneko.
Shit, read a little bit of it. Yeah. Some of that shit going in, bro. Yeah.
Root word of
Prisoner.
it's a
Yeah, the whole completely. Yeah, you can read down, bro.
Seneko, right? Of that word distress. And he gonna read a definition of it.
This is that word, Seneko, Strong's G4912. And it says to hold together. When you go down to point B, it says to press on every side, right? Of a besieged city, of a strait that forces a ship into a narrow channel,
right?
Keep going.
And then it says of a cattle squeeze that pushing in on each side, forcing the beast into a position where it cannot move.
Right, and metaphorically, that's the people.
Mm-hmm.
The people are going to be forced into a cage where they can't move. So to do what? Go ahead, you're gonna read on that.
Right. It says of a cattle squeeze that pushing in on each side, forcing the beast into a position where it cannot move, so the farmer can administer medication.
To administer medication. And what is that medication? What we always going into the mark of the beast, bro.
Right.
He's gonna come with a system to where people are going to be begging for a solution, and that solution is basically connecting the people with machines. Hence, Revelation 13 and 16.
Right.
And it comes to all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in that right hand and that forehead.
Right.
Right.
These small hats, Amalek look at the people as goyim,
Right.
They're cattle.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I'm gonna look further down on it. It says, to constrain, oppress, of ill laying hold of one and distressing him, to be held with, afflicted with, suffering from, to urge, impale.
Right, impale. Right, to basically stick.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to Revelation 13 and 16.
16. Keep go back to the definition.
Keep going.
Go back up to the whole completely.
Yeah. It's to hold completely, to hold fast of a prisoner.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Gonna tie right into what the elder gonna go into in Revelations.
Yep. Go to Revelation 13 and 16.
It's the book of Revelation. Small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Now you look at that word mark, it goes in charagma, right? Which basically means to imprint, right? You know, to mark. or to stamp, right? This is what you would do in the ancient times, for cattle and for people. You know, people will have an earring to show that they basically show they belong to a certain master, but it's going to be something that's digital. Okay, keep on.
So Revelation 13, and I'll read 16 again. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark.
Right, so you're not going to be able to buy or sell without that mark in your hand. Okay? Right. And it's not seen. How can it be seen? How can you buy and sell with seeing? How can you quantify seeing? Doesn't make any sense. Esau, Edom, sin all day long and eat. So what sin will you have to do in order for you to buy or sell? Right. That doesn't make any sense. It has to be something tangible that you're gonna have to take in order to buy or sell.
I gotta bring this up when you done. When you done.
Okay.
So this is the common James. This is the John Brown commentary of Revelation chapter 13. I'm gonna get straight to it. When you go down, it says the text number 2. It says number 1, Dr. Carl Sanders. It says Dr. Sanders holds a PhD in electronics and engineering and was the chief engineer responsible for the design and development of a microchip that is so small that it can be injected under the skin with a hypodermic needle. It says this chip was originally developed for the purpose of repairing several severed spinal cords so that people would be able to walk again. It says, which is going right into, when you read in Revelation 13, it talks about those miracles, man. Yeah. You see, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 talks about it too. These miracles, which you go into these pseudos, which is false miracles, man. It says there were over 100 people involved. Slacky. It says the chip was originally developed for the purpose of repairing severed spinal cords so that people would be able to walk again. There were over 100 people involved in this project, of which Dr. Sanders was a senior engineer in charge. It said it is important to understand that the people involved in the creation of this chip had no idea that it will become all that it has. Just like Oppenheimer, when you watch that movie, that nigga created it. He didn't think it was going, you know what I'm saying? That's why when he realized after he created it, what they were going to do with it, he tried to stop the shit. Right, it was too late. It says they all believed they were doing it for very humanitarian reasons. The investors in this project determined that the spinal repair alone were not significant to give a proper return on their investment, so they began to look at other possibilities. They looked forward, they found that because of the electrical impulse produced by the chip, that it altered certain behaviors. For instance, when placed in the pituitary gland of a female, it would put her immediately into menopause. The ability to conceive,
be able to control the population,
right,
with this technology, right? Certain women, 30, 30 years old, menopause,
right?
That'll help them, keep the population at a certain percentage. This man trying to be God, bro.
Man, it says the ability to conceive was immediately halted. It says this had already been tested in India. They also found that certain frequencies will produce increased amount of adrenaline. This is called the Rambo chip, and it has been tested with Vietnam veterans.
Hey, remember, we got to test me on that.
Oh yeah, right down there.
Right down there. Dude came over and said, yeah, I got the chip. So they've been planting these chips in these soldiers.
Man, bro.
Right? Now he got to increase their adrenaline.
Super soldiers.
Super soldiers, basically.
Yeah. What's that movie, Upgrade?
Yep.
When they put it in, he was paralyzed or something, he could walk.
Yep.
Then he could fight a certain way, He could do martial art. See, Esau can put all that in you, make you think like, if you get this, we can make you we can put it in your arm and make you do something if you lost your limb. You know, somebody coming from war. We can basically put it in your back and have you raise up. Now you can walk. You may walk fucked up, but you still can move around. See, Esau, that's those, as a priest mentioned, those miracles. Esau really set it up to make it sound good, but ultimately it's going to be to your detriment. It's going to be to what? Your destruction.
Man, so look, we come up to the point. It says, they also began research on other marketing possibilities. They discovered that one of the major problems was making people aware of their product and then getting them to accept it. Dr. Sanders was at the meeting where they decided to put the picture of lost children on paper bags and milk cartons in the efforts to make people aware that there was a need to keep track of and locate missing children, as well as Alzheimer's patients.
This is an ongoing occurrence. This is why they're coming out with the Epstein files. What you doing to kids? This is why Mel Gibson came out with that with the movie years ago, going into how these kids are trafficked.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All to do what? To spark, you know what I'm saying, an emotion so people would accept receiving the RFID chip.
Right.
Okay.
All right. It says these meetings were held in Luxembourg, in London, in Brussels, and many right here in San Francisco. The identification and control of people were discussed as if it were cattle. Yep. Going back to that cattle squeeze, like showing you that they look at people as cattle, man. I'm gonna read that again. The identification and control of people were discussed as if they were cattle.
Cattle.
If you to be honest with you, look at them, most motherfuckers. If I'm the top of these families, I look at motherfucking cattle too, because half of people living on this earth is just taking up space. You ain't producing shit.
Bottom feeders.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The same motherfuckers too. Fuck yeah.
It's God. God.
These motherfuckers primed for it. They ready for it. Don't even realize it.
Right.
Yep. They got such a dependency on AI already.
Yeah.
You got the average person, these kids, they can't formulate a fucking sentence without chat GPT. It's not even an exaggeration. Critical thinking is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
They can't function.
Oh, man, well, shit. I mean, I got people, man, come out. You got 11th graders, 10th graders reading on the fucking 7th grade fucking level.
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
I heard the teacher said they had like a group chat with teachers and said a lot of them was like a 4th grade level and they was like juniors and seniors.
Yep. They're not even equipped to go to college.
They said they would give them the answer to the test like an open book test and they was
They
failing.
were feeling stupid, dumbass kids.
I subbed at a high school recently, and it was my first time working in high school. So I seen technology in schools, but I never seen it on a high school level.
Right.
And the assignment that I had to, facilitate or whatever, everybody in the class, all they did, open up a laptop, ChatGPT, copy and paste, ChatGPT, copy paste, put an answer, submit.
Damn.
The whole thing.
You know what? And ain't nothing wrong with that, but you got to read the shit to retain some kind of information. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here reading shit, back on the phone, going to TikTok.
I mean, there's no reading.
Yeah.
Right.
People are what's the word? Illiterate.
Yeah.
They have the ability to read but don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As you get older, it's like, bro, you can't critically think for yourself. But then how do you know what ChatGPT is saying is correct?
Right.
When it comes to certain, topics. Like, where's your critical thinking at? You just, ChatGPT said it, so no, it must be right.
So that's what Esau wants. He wants you to not be able to think. That's why he call you Goyim. He really wants you to be just a
Now that they have humanoids, these people are useless to them now.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Damn,
They're
bro.
useless.
Hey, like on what is this? The Matrix, a bunch of copper cows. Ready.
These demons.
like
Mormons. Yeah.
Slave that got loose. Coming back to the side.
Oh my God, what are those niggas? Here's the ham. Right. Fucking niggas. Right. God. Bro. All right, so it says, all right, Revelations 13 and 16. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads. It says, number one, Strong's 5480 charagma. It says it's a thing carved, sculpture, or a graven image. Karax, going into the root word, it says to sharpen to a point through the idea of sketching. It says this sounds a lot like a hypodermic needle piercing the skin.
Yep. Karak. That's what the when you go back to the original slide.
No, go ahead.
Karagma. When you go to the original, when you go into the base, the root word, it goes into karak, means what? A stake, impale. So basically, the function. Yeah. So that's. Mm-hmm.
Man, it says stigma 47 42. It says to stick or to prick equals a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. One of Webster's dictionary definition calls stigma a small spot, scar, or opening on a plant or animal. That's right. It says in the readout of this microchip, there were 9 levels of information that the designers would include that were name and an image of a picture of your face. They also wanted social security numbers with the extra international digit. A fingerprint identification was also to be included. Physical description, family history, address, criminal records, occupation, income tax information.
Like I said, you can't just say the mark is Christianity, it's sin, it's an embargo. Bro, it's telling you what it is. When you see AI is being developed, how fast it's being developed, how fast it's being implemented, along with what the mark truly is, you cannot deny it. You cannot deny it. So you cannot keep saying that it's Christianity. It's sin. No, it is actually something that is physical. So you got to get that out your head. And if you following your leaders that's saying it other than this, then bro, you out the game. You tripping.
When it comes, it should surely come. So we may manifest. You can't say I didn't know or heard it.
Yep.
That's just an excuse.
Right.
So the Lord is covering every basis on why this information, on part of why the information is going out. So you can't have a cloak for your sins, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You can have some of these sets, Israelite sets, just like during the time of the Ovid, like General Yohanan, hey, go ahead and take the jab. They can be saying the same thing when this come around. When things start getting hard, go ahead and take that jab.
You gotta eat.
You gotta eat.
Yep. And then this nigga had the audacity. Y'all was smoking crack when y'all like.
That nigga. Hey, tripping, bro.
He literally said that. Like, yeah. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Smoke crack, so you might be gonna take this.
Right. You eat Doritos, don't you? Like, get the fuck out of my face. A lot of these people are set up to keep Jake in a very docile and stupefied mindset with the whole usage of black culture,
right?
And tied it into the faith.
Damn, bro. It's like slipping more. All right, so it says this microchip has exactly that, an expressed image of its recipient. Recently, under new healthcare programs, they are talking about womb to tomb positive identification. There are bills before Congress right now and others that have been passed that will allow a microchip of identification to be injected into your child at the time of birth.
Remember when Joe Biden was speaking to that one judge and said, "Judge, you will
right
on this."
Yeah, I remember that.
90s.
Yeah. Right. Damn, bro.
You will be ruled on
Your tenure is over.
Your tenure is over.
You will rule on this.
In Washington State, they are trying to get this bill passed. It's called the HB as in boy 2303 bill, and they want to basically have it to where it prohibits employers from forcing their employees to get in the microchip.
Damn. Wow.
right? This is an actual bill that they're trying to pass.
Force them to do it.
Force them
not
to do it.
letting you know it's about to happen.
Yeah, let you know it's about to happen,
Wow, bro.
right?
It says the president was given this authority and control under the Immigration Control Act.
Right. Under the Immigration Control Act. And what do we see going on now?
Right.
What do we see going on now, brothers? The whole immigration thing.
Yeah.
Right? So they're utilizing the northern tribe as a ploy, right, to basically push, you know what I'm saying, that hidden agenda of the MOTP brothers. All right. Hey, let's keep on reading on that.
Yeah, you got it.
And he got the brother the Kahan has that word 603-6 in the interlinear. But go ahead and read that. Go ahead, brother. That's Revelation 13 and 16. It's like you should have said that.
So Revelation 13 and 16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Go ahead.
Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right. When you look up that word, 666, right? Of course, we know it means it goes to 66. But that's going to Kai, Zai, when you look up the etymology of that word, the word goes into stigma. Go ahead, brother.
This is G4742 stigma, and it says outline of biblical usage. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. It says to ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, in parentheses, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to.
Right. So they're going to cut inside of you. They're going to prick you with that mark, that karagma. That's a karax.
Yep.
Right? Which we know to be the microchip, man. And people who bow down to that, they're pledging allegiance to the image of the beast. Right? To basically the beast system. He told us.
Right.
Go ahead,
It says, and there were even some devotees.
That was Northern tribe, how ass.
Right, it was.
Yep. A lot of you Northern tribes are some bitches, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It says, and there were even some devotees who snapped themselves in this way with the token of their gods.
Right. Read that again, bro.
Whole thing? Or?
No. That's the last part.
Yeah, it says, and there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods.
Right. You're going to have people that's going to be zealous for it. They're going to bow down to it willingly. You already have AI cults out here, man, that's worshiping AI as a god.
Yep.
What's that? What's this guy named Noah Harari? He said that AI will basically have control over all literature, anything that's written. Yeah. So with AI, these guys are going to rewrite the Bible. All right.
They show you
serious business, real man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they show you in that movie with Michael B. Jordan, Fahrenheit 451.
Right. Yeah.
And they made us. We read that. They made us read that too. But in the book, the concept of the book is basically every book is scanned, it's uploaded to the cloud, which is pretty much already the case. Archive.org is a site that pretty much already do that. and then they're able to control all literature, like priests going into them. You know.
That's right. Go ahead, Lon. That's it. Well, shoot, it's 10:08. Look, you know, gonna wrap it up. All right. Hey, so with that, we hope it was edifying for you, brothers. We'll give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honor to the apostles, elders, and well. Peace, many salutations, y'all told in the truth. Shalom.
Shalom. Bro, that was fire.